Atlanta Hawks are on the road in Orlando to play the Magic. This will be the Hawks' third road game in 4 days. They're coming off a win last night in the Heat, or at least I think they're up like 15 with 4 minutes left, so I'm assuming they win the game. The Magic lost a tough home game on Monday night to Dallas. They did cover though, because I think that spread was 6.5. They lost by 6. So that's something to keep in mind. Magic versus Hawks, let's make a pick.
Welcome to the source. Hey, get the source. The source. The source. Hey, get the source.
All right, so obviously the first thing I did was I took the analytics for these two teams, ran it through the spreadsheet. I used the last 5 games as a sample size, and the line came out to be 0.14. So spreadsheet saying basically a pick 'em. All right, so let's do an eye test. Same as the last video, I'm using NBA.com advanced stats to do the eye test. I'm using the last 7 games as a sample size. First category, as always, the most important one, offensive rating and defensive rating past 7 games. Atlanta's defense is suspect, man. Wow. 26 in the NBA in the last 7 games. That's bad. They missed DeAndre Hunter badly. I am still going to give a significant advantage to the Hawks here, though, because the Hawks offense is so much better than the Magic offense. So we're going to move this line a whole 4 points here. We started at Orlando -2 for home court advantage. We're going to move it all the way over to Hawks -2. Next category, rebounding percentage. In this game, we have, in the last 7 games, the #1 offensive rebounding team in the league in the Atlanta Hawks versus the 30th, dead last offensive rebounding team in the Orlando Magic. Yeah, I'd say that's a significant advantage. I would move the line 5 or 6 whole points because of that, but in defensive rebounding, Orlando actually has a significant advantage over the Hawks. So for rebounding, I'm going to move the line 2 more points towards the Hawks, so that brings us all the way out to Atlanta -4. Final category, turnover percentage and free throw rate. Now, Orlando's really good at protecting the ball. They got a pretty good advantage over the Hawks in that category. Atlanta's slightly better than Orlando in free throw rate, but not as big of an edge. So let's go ahead and move the line 1 point back towards the Magic, which brings our total line to Atlanta -3. All right, so like always, before we finish, we have a couple more steps here. First one we're gonna do is rest days. Orlando's had 2 days off, well, actually 1 day off, but they've had 48 hours off at home, so no traveling. Atlanta, on the other hand, like I said earlier, this is gonna be their 3rd road game in 4 days. They may be a bit tired. So for rest days, we're gonna move this line 2 points towards the Magic, which brings our line to Atlanta -1. Next step, injuries. Now the Hawks have been without Cam Reddish for 5 straight games now. So those analytics that we used on the spreadsheet and for the last 7 games in our eye test, they are not including Cam Reddish. So if Cam Reddish plays, which it looks like he's going to, we need to add some points to the Hawks side in accordance. And Cam Reddish is especially important now because DeAndre Hunter's been hurt for like a month, a little more than a month for the Hawks. So Cam Reddish is their starting small forward. So getting him back is a significant upgrade. So if Cam Reddish plays, I'm gonna slide the line 2 whole points back towards the Hawks, which brings the line back to Atlanta -3. Now with the Magic, we might also have an injury situation. All the analytics we did, all the capping we did, that's with Evan Fournier in the lineup. Now I'm reading that he might be a game time decision in this game. So if Evan Fournier isn't playing, we need to move this line even more towards the Hawks. So I don't know if he is or he is. I couldn't get a read on whether or not he's gonna play, but I think he's worth 2 whole points. He's a significant player on that roster. So if he doesn't play, I'm gonna move this line 2 points towards the Hawks. If he does play, I'm gonna leave it at Atlanta -3. So there's our eye test. Let's assume Evan Fournier isn't playing. I don't know, but let's assume he isn't for this video's sake. We capped this one out at Orlando +5. Spreadsheet capped this one out as a straight pick 'em, and the books are opening this one up at Orlando +4. So it's really tough to say at this moment. If Fournier doesn't play, I'm gonna lean towards the Hawks. But I really need to see an injury report before I lock anything in. So make sure you check out tomorrow's episode of The Source. I will finalize this pick, as well as finalize all my picks for the night in one video, uploaded to YouTube 4 p.m. Eastern Time. See you then.